Hello, I'm Trump, and this is week 3 of Might and Magic, Duel of Champions. This week, we open these packs that we've gained through standard play of the game. See which faction gets the most love through opening these, and see if we can't build a deck around that. Destroy all ongoing enemy spells, not too useful. This is a nice fat guy for Haven. Plus for the Haven. You got an Enrager. Earlier on, I believe it was week 1, my first pack I opened, one of the one of the heroes who has stuff with Enrage, so that could be a direction to go. Oh, foil. Altar of Wishes. If you meet the level requirements, play it for free. Interesting. Toss something in the graveyard. Combo wombo. Oh, that one looks really nice. Some really good stats. So that's Haven. Got some Haven action going on. Crusader Watchman also looks like it has some pretty nice basic stats. 2 mana for a 2/2/5 when it's fresh. Void Ripple. Whoa, that's a lot of mana. Magic. Banish target non-hero, non-event card from the battleground. Basically kill anything. Banish target card from either graveyard. You got a Haven, Angel of Mercy. From your graveyard, put into your hand. Cute. Stats might be a little low. The Crossbowman. One of the first, what is that even? Got some more, has no damage guys. The Haven cards are the ones that are sticking out here. Academy, that's right. Oh, foil? Nope. Light. Cannot be targeted, gain spell shield. It's too specific right now. Also, that seems to just be too much to commit. Crippling. Interesting. Ooh. We've got Noboru, Color of Twilight. Relocate target enemy creature. That's really specific. Cute. Is this the class I played last time? That's a cute mechanic. Well, yes, that is the one. The Sanctuary. Sanctuary apparently has a couple of relocation combo wombos. Deal 2 damage to all enemy creatures. Nice basic one. Might cost too much when you're at the high level, though. Stockpile. Not emptied. Interesting. Retribution. Deals its retaliation damage even if it dies. That reminds me, the last 2 weeks I have made a few mistakes with this Retribution thing. Thinking that it deals it even in the case of death. Just a bit too much of a instinct from other games. Skimmed past that in the tutorial. I think Haven cards just naturally stand out as good to a beginner because I'm getting the ones with good stats. Whereas the other ones all kind of require some combos. Whoa, this is the biggest card I've seen so far. Over for Necropolis. Alright, well, the goal is to build a deck given those packs I've opened. Okay, since I got some Stout Haven cards, seems like a fine place to just build a Haven deck. So let's start with the Haven starter deck. So following the same general principles as last time. So for the heroes, we've got just the starter one, which is the fortune heavy one. So I may be inclined to do magic, to cut magic, depending on how good these are. So this particular hero, we've got, is that light and air? Yes. So Cassandra can do light and air spells. We had a bit of lightning the last time around. Chain lightning, lightning bolt. At the beginning of your supply phase, heal 2 damage from all friendly. It's gonna take a while to get going. Relocate. That's a bit too specific right now. +2 attack. Almost as good as deal 2. I mean, better in quite some ways. That's way too specific. Guardian Angel. Air Trap. Way too specific. Heal all damage from all. It's a Spell Shield. Word of Light, one of the cards I opened. Deal 2 to all. Man, none of these look particularly that exciting. Might be another one of those where I focus on the fortune. Do I have any buildings? No, not yet. So we're gonna build another zoo-like deck as my first inclination. Last time around I learned that these Forgotten Caves of drawing cards is not quite as good as I thought because I didn't really run out of cards. And I thought my mana curve was rather high too. So I'm going to be making a mostly creature-based deck. First of all, it would be trimming the weaker cards. We've got the Black Vultures here as usual. Get rid of those. Since I have double Haven, good to include perhaps the double Tithe Collector. Tithe Collector, mana production increased by 1. Kinda nice to get it started. Get the standard 1-drops going. This one's immune to retaliation, which is kind of nice. Plus, I think the mana curve I ultimately present will be too high. So I've got a Haven-specific card. Compare this to the card right next to it, and it's like, wow, this is so much better. And it's just got strictly 2 extra health. They're both flyers, but this one is Haven-specific, whereas that one is neutral. Ranged Guard, which helps against the shooters. These Crusader Watchmen are quite good when I've got no damage. Last time around I had these Sea Elf Archers. They went alright. This is again a Lesser Light Elemental which requires magic. Get rid of those. Let me ditch spells, I think. I didn't find too compelling a reason to add the spells that I just gained, especially given that my hero is more inclined towards fortune anyways. And none of these seem amazing game changers. I may be willing to throw in an Altar of Wishes, just kind of for funsies. Play it for free. Most of my cards are going to be more than 2 mana, so I'll go for that. After all, I start with 2 fortune. Get rid of these Forgotten Caves. This time around I will add in all the campfires, just to get that extra mana boost. Broken Bridges seemed like they could have been really good the first time around. Each creature's attack is equal to the retaliation value. I don't think I have anything to take too much advantage of that. I'm looking at these stats real quick. While friendly creatures have no damage they can't be targeted, that's way too specific. Which is to say they're only useful in 2 specific situations. Seems like Haven has a lot of while everything has no damage mechanics. A shame they don't have a way to heal. I mean, that's in the spells, of course. I'm pretty sure some of these creatures have the healing. So let's look at the creatures. This one's just a big guy, Angel of Mercy. Take a creature card random from the graveyard, put it in your hand. Big wall melee guy. Has no damage. Flyer guard. Interesting. Okay, so basically a fairly simple deck I see here. You start with the early game Tithe Collectors, ramp up to these larger cards, and I'll throw in the better cards that I picked up, debatably better. This particular Angry Wyvern versus Crusader Commander showcases just why Haven is a bit of a draw to me. This is a much better basic card than the alternative. Angry Wyvern I actually put into the Sanctuary deck as of previous week. Just stuff in 4 of these Crusader Commanders, wreck some faces. Angel of Mercy. I'll have to compare these stats. Kind of a 3-mana 3/2/6 when you play it at first. Flyer guard. Not sure how many flyers are out there. Ranged guard though. Could be useful. Since I once again have built more of a creature-based deck, it makes more sense to get favorable events. Until your next turn, target creature cannot be targeted. Seems too specific. What cute ones do I have? I have that one that I opened. Play with the top card of your library revealed while that card is a creature card, all friendly gain attack. Makes way too much sense to put that in my deck. One of those that I would like 4 of even. If you have 1 card or less in hand, draw a card. Interesting. Deal 1 damage to all creatures. Probably poor in my creature heavy deck. I'll just add more Week of Knowledges. For now. Week of the Weaponsmiths kind of makes sense given that it is a very creature heavy deck. These are not the best events, but I will put them in just as a slight benefit. And finally, just a few more cards need to be added in. So currently I've got 6 ones, 2 drops, looks like a plenty. 3, I've got this for the stoutness. 3/2/6. What do I get to compare for 3? 3/0/3s. 2/1/5s with charge. A 1/2/5, which is a very specific guard, so maybe nice to just have a 1 of or 2 of. These Angels of Mercy. They are the exact same stat as the Lesser Air Elemental, so of course these can just be directly replaced. And they have a benefit of drawing a card, assuming I have it in my graveyard, which is very likely that I'll have some guys die, or I'm going to be super winning. So, as these are all the neutral cards, I guess neutral cards tend to be worse, so you can kind of give it a little bit of a general thought of if it's a Haven card, it might just be better. Kind of, sometimes. Alright, so I've got 6 1s, 10 2s, 3 6, 8, 12 3s, 8 4s, and then this big guy to finish things off. These big guys, rather. Looks reasonable enough. Some Sunriders, which have the charge thing, but that's tough to pull off. I think I can replace a Sea Elf Archer with the Sunrider, though. Seems like it's slightly better. I should put in the revised tactics. It replaces itself, and getting rid of those early game cards is actually pretty good. The reason I didn't include this in Sanctuary is just because I missed the draw a card at the end. The claws, rather. So I can remove some of the weaker cards here, which I'm going to think is the Sea Elf Archer. And let's go with a Sunrider. Okay, it looks good for trimming down this deck, making it a bit more standardized. And here we go. This deck looks like it has just more raw power than the Sanctuary deck played last week. Of course, the Sanctuary deck had some cutesy, swappity things going for it, but Haven looks like it's just more direct, and might make more sense with a starter basic thing. Looks like their stuff just generally has good base stats. Alright, here we are up against an Inferno guy. Starting with the Tithe Collector, which is extremely strong early game. Looks like an excellent curve. Definite keep. Nice, I've actually got 2 1s. I got nothing to hold off that Maniac for the time being, unless I want to... Nah. I'll just dodge that Maniac. It'll push me up to 4 mana really quickly. Play this. Whoa. Mini burn. Ah, it's only 3 mana, but this one's fine. Three damage to the enemy hero. If it dies, that's hardly anything. I'm not afraid to take the damage in order to gain the card advantage, quote unquote. If I just move it, you can just keep chasing it, so whatever. Got a fast player here. Okay, so against this guy, I'd like to play something that can survive and then deal 4, but I have nothing that does that. It's immune to retaliation, so I'm just gonna kind of ignore it. Go for his face, I suppose. And I'm going to start the races. 5 mana. I think I'll actually end up drawing. No. As this is the late game, it's time to get rid of some of the cards. Wow. Alright, goodbye Imperial Crossbowman. And Tithe Collector. It's too late for you. That's kinda neat. And a 2 and a 2. I drew into something useful. The Maniac has finally been cornered. Okay, so I can place this guy in the way, broken bridge this guy, and then play a 3, and then just keep racing him. Or I can even return my guy with the broken bridge. But probably better at this point to soak up the 4 damage since I'm actually taking a bit of it. Alright, so when this breaks, I'll take 4 damage. That's okay since this will survive it. If I place my guy here, this Maniac will die, but I do have to clear this somehow. I think I placed both of these in that column. I can position the Loyal Griffin to take the heat. Choose a spell card. I have none. Sweep. Attacks the same line. Kinda scary. And immune to retaliation too. It's a tough spot. At least I can take out... Well, this guy can be taken care of. And this guy will be taken care of if I just place a guy in the way. either guy. I should play this one since it's less good. Draw a card first. Oh, Broken Bridge. That is excellent. Okay, in this case, attacking will actually be bad because then you can evenly kill it. So I'll just leave it there to tank. Oof. Alright, so 8 is big enough to stop those. I'm gonna place this in the way. Sweep attack. Ooh, on the same line. That means if I place it here, all these guys are getting hit, but at least they can take it. Boy, that is a lot of damage though. Very well. All of these guys are immune to retaliation, which is not good considering my guys are all pretty significant at retaliating. Go ahead and ditch some of the lower cost cards. Change in plans. These ranged guards are quite important. Get rid of the other flyer guard. Oh, Broken Bridge. He's one of those relocates, which didn't seem that strong, but he managed to use it. Turn target creature to the owner hand. Seemed like a pretty good turn on his side. So this can kill that, this can kill this. I can kill this with both of them, not quite. Starting with the campfire seems wise. Altar of Wishes. Oh my gosh, a little bit of RNG. Alright, let's see what I get. Campfire. Cool. Alright, well, campfire into campfire into campfire. Simplify my board position a bit so I can understand this. Alright, so this is good enough as is. And then 5, 9, 12. I'll return something to my hand. This should be good in this row since it'll survive, although I should put something in this row since this will die. My guys are flyer, flyer, melee, melee. So 5 plus 5 is the way to go. Have I not used? No, I have. Or did I run out of time? Whoa. Enchanted creature dies, deal 2 to all adjacent. Alright. Oh, we got a Color of the Void here. Epic card. At the beginning of our supply phase, Color of the Void deals 1 damage to enemy hero. He's at just 5, but we got his last stand basically. This is a good Broken Bridge target. Move this guy out first. Draw a card. Any card I have that's bad. So I've got 10 mana, 2, 5, 8, 3, 6, 9 will be played. Finally, looks like Do I have lethal yet? No, I don't. No, deal 1 damage to all. So if I hit this, this is 4 plus 3. This will do that. Alright. So hit it first because otherwise I would lose the damage. Everything else is not that important. So if I use this to hit first, I take the retaliation, but then this does not take the retaliation, and therefore it'll survive. And finally, let's play cards. Whew. Wow, he's still not dead. Do I? No, I don't have him. Oh, Week of the Mercenaries though. This should work. Well, that was a longish game, but managed to take him out. Alright. Hooray. Void Rising campaign unlocked. And, hey, 5 wins in a row. Nice. Actually, haven't dropped the game yet. But that's bound to happen soon as the matchmaking kicks up. With that gold, might as well buy one last pack to commemorate today. Good old base set too. Has a lot of it's the cheaper one and has a lot of the good cards. For basics. Offensive stance. All enemy creatures lose immune to retaliation. Wow, that's really specific, but it's a Haven card. Kind of makes sense. This one searches for the unique creature, which I have none of yet, but when I do, watch out. Nice little archer there. Probably would put that in. Okay, so that was deck adjustments with just that looks like about 10 packs open throughout the course of naturally playing the game. Next time, we're going to ramp things up and purchase a box. Base set 2 box. You can do that with 1,000 seals. And that is 10 more packs. And also 5 wildcards. And those are super packs, which have more of the rare, epics, and heroic type cards, and wild cards. So next time, we'll open one of those boxes, probably craft a card with the wild cards out there, and look into this crafting system. And then whichever box happens to be the best, or whichever faction gets the most love, I will play into, similar to how Haven was chosen this time around. So thanks for watching, and if you... the game today was kind of a bit more complex, showing just the steady ramp in difficulty. If you also want to try out this game, feel free to use the link below. Start the game off with all 6 of the starter decks from the 6 factions. See you next week.